Hey guys, Shay here from Fool on a Journey, and I am doing an unboxing. I don't do a lot of these, mostly because I just really like to do like a review. Like I want to tell you really what I think and really have gone through it all and have played with the cards and have seen the cards. However, when I get decks in that I'm just super excited about, I just want other people to feel the excitement. And because this is a deck I have not seen around yet, so far at all on YouTube. We'll see what happens. Hopefully I inspire you. So this is from the Waking Canvas. The first deck that they put out was a Kickstarter, and it was Shadowlight Tarot, I believe was the name of the full-size tarot deck. And I loved the art. I was obsessed. Oh my god, it was beautiful. And I watched I watched the whole thing sort of come together on Instagram, and I watched every single Kickstarter video, and I don't know what it was. I can't explain it to you, but for whatever reason, I just never pulled the trigger. Like, it was just like, I love this, I love this, I love this, but it's just not quite for me. After the Kickstarter funded, the artist, and I cannot remember his name for anything, but I will link his website and his YouTube channel below so you can find it if you need to, came out with a mini deck that was called the Wander Light Tarot. And it's this little teeny tiny thing, and it just really pared down the images to just the core of just exactly what you wanted to see. And I'll be honest, oh sorry, I hit my tripod again. As soon as I saw it, like, I had to have it. Like, that was it. That was what I was waiting for. That was why I didn't push the button for the other one. I knew I had to have this one. So all I've done is cut the top of the package and pull the plastic off. So here is a Wonderlight Tarot, and this is like super teeny tiny. Like, it's sitting in the palm of my hand. Let's see, do I have a regular card here somewhere? Of course, when I want to have a full-size card, I don't. Maybe this. Oh, sorry. That was right next to the microphone. That was probably super loud. Okay, so this is from the Aquarian Tarot in a tin. So this is the Aquarian Tarot in a tin, and this is the Wonderlight Tarot. So this is a tin-sized card, and then now this is this one. So very small. Okay, let's open it. I want to see cards, and the box is gorgeous. If you need to see more of that, here you go. Okay, and it just comes in a little tuck box. I'm sure I'll come up with something super fun to stick it in. Alright, okay, so here's the back, which I actually believe is the same as the full-size deck. Definitely going to be edging that. I want this whole thing to just be pitch black. Can I get a good... Oh, there we go. That's better down here. I don't know. The light is very weird in this particular tripod setup. I'm sorry. Okay, let's just flip it over. Okay, so this is the Waking Canvas card, which is kind of just like a calling card for the artist and the deck. And then they did all the planets. I'm so excited. You guys just don't know. Sun, Mercury, Venus, obsessed, Earth, Moon, Mars, Jupiter. Oh god, I'm gonna gush through this entire like walkthrough here that we're having because I'm just obsessed. Saturn, Uranus, Neptune. Oh god, so good. So good. Pluto. Okay, so now we're getting into the tarot deck, and like, just look at it. You guys. Like, it's just the heart of the Fool. Like, that's really what it is. It's like they just pared down the card to the heart of the card. That Magician is just sick. Like, that dude is doing some sick magic. Oh, I'm pumped, if you can't tell. High Priestess. I'm trying to keep that light off. The Empress holding her pregnant belly and her throne, and love her. The Emperor. I love how you just like can't really see his face. You guys might not be as excited about this as I am, but I'm legit obsessed. So it's the high priest instead of the Hierophant, which I'm totally fine with. And clearly there's like a pagan vibe going on here, as he's sort of like the horned god kind of deal, which I'm not mad about at all. Oh, the lovers, the balance with each other. Guys, you just don't even know. Chariot. So you can't really see much of the chariot. Let's see. Does getting closer help? No, that makes the light worse. Okay, well, good to know. It was an experiment. Ugh. And if it looks really dark in these cards, I mean, it is admittedly dark. Let's see, can we get in there a little more? Okay. I mean, it's dark, but you see just enough. Like, you just see exactly what you need to. Oh, strength. So good. Hermit. That's probably like my new favorite Hermit card, which is hilarious because it's mini. Like, this is not just like small deck. This is like mini deck. I'm making a crazy pile of cards that are going to be a pain to clean up later. That's fine. The Wheel, which I'm obsessed with. Justice. Does she have a blindfold on? Look, I can't even see it in that one. Interesting. No blindfold on this Justice. I'm used to blind Justice. I sort of like that idea of fairness. But I still like, you know, she's holding the sword and she's ready to do what she's got to do. The Hanged Man. Are we looking at a face there, or... Oh, that's the back of the head. Sorry, you guys probably would like to see that. My bad. I just wanted to see it. I'm so obsessed. Death. Oh, God. It's so... Like, it just... It's like because there's so little to the art, you just... It's almost like a scry. Like, you've scried in this black mirror, and this is what you get. Like, that's the vibe I get. Okay, and the devil is holding like the top of marionettes. So it's like the idea of this like Pan, you know, with the pipes, and this sort of like trickster figure who's pulling your strings and making you do things. Oh, I'm gonna say obsessed a million times. Just get on board. The Tower. Oh, the stars. So good. You just see everything you want to see. Like, you can see the stars in the sky. You can see her pouring the water. Now, in my mind, obviously, I know one is into water and one is onto land. But just, you see what you want to see. Ugh, obsessed. Like, with so little art, it just really pairs it straight down to the heart of the card. Oh, that sounded very Yu-Gi-Oh! Don't tell people that I say things like that. And how do you do a black and white sun? Like this, obviously. Gorgeous. And this Judgment. So we have these eyes in the sky, and then in the center, it's like he's being opened up, like seen through. Obsessed. Obsessed. And in the world, the solar system is her belly. And there's like the sun and the moon are orbiting around her. Oh, guys. Guys. All right, here we go. Pentacles. Two of Pentacles. We're seeing the juggling. Interesting that... Okay, all right, cool. Three of Pentacles. Carving into the stone. Four is the chest. So good. Five. Oh, carrying the kid. Okay, I like it. I like it. Six of Pentacles. Oh, this is a really interesting take on this. So these look frozen, which is interesting. But then this guy's in the water. And he's reaching up for help, and this dude's just handing him money. Like, is that really what that drowning dude needs? Very fascinating take on that. And 7. Oh, good. 8. Okay, so we see the skills and the artist going there. I really like that it's canvas that we're looking at. 9. She's got her little bird on her hand. And 10. So you still have the tree of life. And the old dude and the dog and the little family. So, I mean, it's everything that you expect to be on the card. So, ooh, okay, Page of Pentacles is an artist. I don't think I would have gone that way. But it's interesting that it's a house that he's painted. Maybe that's the idea, that it's like instead of being the builder of the house, you're just imagining the house while you're the page. And then the Knight of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles, who is just amazing, and I'm obsessed with her. And the King of Pentacles. Interesting that all the pentacles seem to be in snow. I'll have to look into that some more, but that's sort of what I saw. Okay, Ace of Swords. I'm obsessed. Two of Swords. Very standard. So good. I like that it's kind of behind her head, like she's sort of looking out at what you can't see and thinking, all right, what are we going to do with this? The Heart is in the Tree. Okay, so this card in the larger size was actually the first one that I saw, and I was so obsessed because I felt like that was a much better depiction, because it's really, when you talk about like carving your name into a tree, you know, that's that really sort of young, you're in this dream phase where you think everything lasts forever, and then instead of it really being like you've been stabbed in the heart, it's more like you've been forced to accept the reality that dreams don't always last and your plans have to change sometimes, and sometimes that hurts. And that idea, that sort of reimagining of this card was what made me so obsessed with the bigger size. And I'm very happy that I get all that still with this one, because I actually didn't look at this one in the mini one before I ordered it. I just sort of saw some of the mini ones and was like, that was made for me, and ordered it. But I'm so happy that it's that same feeling on that card. I got really rambly there. I'm just really pumped about this deck, if you cannot tell. So I definitely, cardstock, which I haven't even talked about, it's really good. It's got this sort of like linen, like it's like matte, kind of linen-y. It looks shiny, but that's really just because of the light that I have right behind it, because I wanted you to be able to see the cards. But it's like a linen matte finish. It feels like linen playing cards, if you have those, if you've ever used those before. That's what it feels like. I'm obviously a huge fan. I'm essentially telling you should go buy these. Four of Swords. Interesting that he's actually sitting up. You know, usually we see this dude laying down, but I do like that he's kind of just resting still. Okay. Five of Swords. That one's very much battle over, not the actual battle itself, which is interesting. Six of Swords. I love the eagle in the sky. Seven, very much doing what you gotta do under the cloak of darkness. Eight, she's pretty standard but gorgeous. Nine, this is so good because it's like, this is all just shadows. It's not real, but you're so absorbed in it and you're sure that it's real. And can you see down at the bottom there, her shadow in the water? Like, it all looks like it's shadow in the water. Here you go. Let me turn that way. Maybe. Can you see it at the bottom? The reflection in water? Maybe. I don't know. Buy the deck, you'll see it. 10 of Swords, which this dude's definitely toast, which I appreciate. Like, you need that card that's just like, it's over. Move on. Page of Swords. Interesting. Digging his hair. Knight of Swords. Super standard. Going at it. Queen of Swords. So we see the butterflies for all the air, and she's got like an eagle or a hawk, I'm not entirely sure, but beautiful bird, and the butterflies are in her crown. Can you see that? Am I close enough to maybe get you? You see the butterfly in her crown, kind of? It's gorgeous if you're curious about how I feel about it. So good. And the King of Swords. I really like this guy. I will say, and this is the first bit of criticism that I have had, and I'm not like mad at it or anything, but it looks quite a bit like Justice. Like, if I looked at this and Justice, which, let's pull that out. Look, I'm making a total mess of these. They look super similar, and I'm almost wondering if that was like intentional. Like, do they feel like that King of Swords is a Justice kind of figure? I'll have to do some journaling and looking into how I feel about that. I mean, I'm not, like I said, I'm not mad about it, but just, if you look at those two, they look very similar. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, that was the King of Swords. And the Ace of Wands. Two of Wands. I like that you can really see him looking out. I'm saying him. It looks like a him. We're going with him. Three of Wands. Interesting with the cloak on this one. I'm gonna have to think about how I feel about that. I mean, you still see the three wands, and he's clearly looking out at something we can't see. Like he's sort of got a plan going. Like he's put these three wands down, and now he's looking around. Like where do we go from here, kind of thing. Interesting. We clearly get a wedding there, which I like. Like why wouldn't you make that clear? 5, 6, pretty standard. 7, 8. Ooh, I like that it's going to a fire. Like it's on fire. Big fan, big fan. 9. Interesting that it's a kid. Interesting choice. All the rest of it, I mean, standard like positioning of wands and the person, but interesting that the figure is a child. And 10, that is definitely standard. Can you guys, I can't tell if y'all can see this or if my light is absolutely terrible, but I'm too excited to stop now, so you were just gonna have to bear with it. This page of wands, I'm obsessed, because this to me is like that, just, I'm obsessed. This is it, so good. This is page of wands. Knight of Wands, the Queen of Wands with all of her sunflowers, and she has lions back there. Big fan, big fan. King of Wands, he's very loungy. Like the other kings kind of looked a little bit more like they were coming at you, and he's really just like chill, which is fascinating since he's fire. Ace of Cups, 2 of Cups, gorgeous. 3 of Cups, so good. Are y'all tired of hearing me say that yet? Oh, I saw this one. This was one of the first ones that I saw and got like crazy obsessed with. So it's the 4 of Cups, and it's all what you're used to seeing, except the 4th one, instead of being in a cloud, is a constellation. How are you not all obsessed with this? If you're not, you should be. Get obsessed. 5 of Cups, I love that they're floating away. That is so amazing. I mean, because it's still the cups filled, but it's like these are legit floating away. I get that you're tired of me gushing, but you're going to have to bear with me for at least another 3 minutes. 6 of Cups. Does not look like children. That actually looks like an old woman and a kid. So maybe it's the idea of nostalgia is she's thinking back. The 7 of Cups. He's in the water, and here's all of his dreams floating around in his mind. Brilliant. 8 of Cups. Taken off. 9 of Cups. She's just sort of lounging, and she's got everything she needs within her reach. I like it. 10, the Rainbow of Cups is there for sure. Page of Cups. Interesting. He's kind of dark. I wonder if he's meant to be like a overly emotional type kind of guy. Knight of Cups. Queen of Cups. King of Cups. Ooh, okay, so then we get more cards. Tree of Life. That's beautiful. Okay, this is the first one I've seen where I thought I wish it was bigger. That is literally the first one. All the other ones, what's on the card is clearly all you needed to see, and you could see it just enough. This is the only one that I've looked at and thought, that's gorgeous, I wish it was bigger. And it looks like they're all placed, like it's the planet sort of placed where they are in the Kabbalah tree. Oh, that's water. Okay, took me a minute. So this one too, you had to look a little bit closer. All the other ones it's a much bigger, clearer picture. That's a little bit convoluted. Fire, that's a volcano. Earth, and it's their elements too, obviously. If you know the element symbols, that's fine. And there's a mountain. And that is air. It looks like that's a storm. Oh, that's a good idea for air. Storm, okay. And then here's the card. Just the sort of waking canvas calling card deal. And he signed it. And I could read that, which I can't. I tell you what it says. But I'm a huge fan. Here's the back again. if you want to see the card next to something close to standard. So this is a tin. This is the Aquarian Tarot in a tin, and this is how tiny this is. So itty bitty deck. If you are looking for something small and definitely travel, highly recommend because it's gorgeous. Anyways, so that was my walkthrough and unboxing of the Wonderlight Tarot. Does it have his name on here anywhere? It doesn't. Here's the box one more time. And like I said, I will link his information below so you can all see that. And if you're interested in the art style but do not like mini decks, I cannot imagine liking the larger size any less. I just knew that this size and that particular art was for me. So check it out. Again, link below. Highly, highly recommend. I'm very excited about it. Thanks for watching.